Hi guys, welcome to another review video at OnWheelsTV. Second one about the JT5 2016 mod. Work in progress, but we are in the final moments prior to its release, and this is product from United Racing Design for rFactor 2. So we did release a previous video, a review video already about this work in progress, and we did mention at the time we would release a second one. This is a little bit more technical, a little bit more analyzing this future mod in comparison with other contents that are already available in the sim. So we were driving for quite some time at Matsusaka with this car and other cars that we are also bringing to this more detailed review. And not because we wanted to compare in the sense of mentioning to you guys which one we think it's best. That is not up to us to decide or to choose, but to provide you with an opinion based on the differences between these cars and what you can expect in this one, which is the big news in this release or in this video. Although we bring you also another car which will be also big news. So we drove at Matsusaka with this car. This is the latest generation GT500 car, the new generation of these kind of cars competing in the Japanese championship. Of course, this here is a simulation. Car is named Shiro, and it is part of a future content from United Racing Design that will contain at least 3 different cars. Each one of them will be released single, but then it will be able to join all these 3 cars and compete in a series or create your own championships. This will be a paid mod, of course. We love paid mods. This is how we think that the proper justice is made to the guys that develop hundreds of hours of work and their best capabilities to producing content. And we do think that once this is released, once this is ready to be released for free, is just a lack of respect of their own work. So it's great to see that at least these guys at United Racing Design do value their work, because it's too good to be for free. So this saying that also to all other modders in the world, that we respect all of them, but they should consider that. So this was just a comment, and we drove this car extensively. We did perform during the several versions of the work in progress we were receiving. United Racing Design was updating this content and providing it for us to test, and this is an amazing content, but we will be addressing more specifically this new Shiro 2016 future mod. First, let us talk about other cars that will be having new competition. So first of these cars, obviously the previous generation of the GT500 car. This car is official content from Studio 397, one of the first cars released by Studio 397 after they purchased rFactor 2 from Image Space Incorporated. So Studio 397 has been working really hard to provide the sim with best capabilities, working hard to make it work even better, and trying to provide it with the tools that the community has been requesting for so long, improving on what the sim has. And the sim has amazing stuff that makes it so different compared to the others. I love all the sims. I have a special passion for rFactor 2, and I don't hide it. So this car is different in terms of what the Shiro from the JT5 2016 mod will be. This car is heavier, this car is larger, this car is fantastic to drive. It's an amazing drive. Physics work to perfection. The car provides us with the feeling of what this car was back in the day. This is not an old car. This car has maybe like 4 to 5 years. It's 4 to 5 years old. I believe I'm being accurate saying this. 4 or 5 years old. And it is one of the cars that the community has really been enjoying, and one that allows us to think positive about what Studio 397 is doing for the sim. It is, however, a lot different than the new car, the latest generation of the GT cars in terms of the 500 class, in terms of the Japanese championship. Of course, this is a simulation. This is not the real Japanese championship. This is a simulation. This car is amazing to drive. A lot of downforce, a lot of power, a lot of power in terms of the braking. Also, really balanced. Amazing sounds both from onboard and from the TV cams from the outside when we are watching this from the outside, not while driving. And it is really balanced, and it impresses us about the braking how it is possible to late brake with this car. As you can see here, really you can really brake late to slow corners and take the max out of the acceleration of this car, and then of the braking, of course. However, it is heavy. The car is heavy, the car is large. You have to really drive slow in turns, because this is a heavy mass that we need to carry efficiently and in a controlled manner. So the car is fun, the car is performant, but the car is heavy. It has amazing top speed, but it is, compared to the JT5 car from United Racing Design, this car is more or less 6 seconds slower per lap. It is, however, an excellent car to drive, and one of the cars that we truly enjoy driving on rFactor 2, and that allows us to think positive about the work done by Studio 397. Then you have this beauty here. This is the Aura from the T5 mod by United Racing Design, and this is going to be released really soon, because this is the latest version of the car. So this is the soon-to-be version 2, the V2 version of the mod. So the car received significant improvements, and let me just tell you which improvements are those. So the car was improved in terms of the shaders, the materials, of the textures, and the physics were fully reworked, and the engines are still the same, but United Racing Design is considering in upgrading those too. So as you are being able to see, and we included a TV cam view in this small showing of the car. This is one of the cars. The mod, it has 3 cars, and all those 3 cars, of course, are suffering this update. But for now, we just have the Aura available for us, and so we are showing you the Aura. As you can see, in terms of the looks of the car, in terms of the graphics, the car is somewhat improved. It looks great, and once rFactor 2 receives those important graphics updates, such as the DX11, this will be a blast just to watch. But it's even better when you drive, because the car is receiving the the latest updates in terms of the physics that United Racing Design is introducing in their releases, and you will notice significant differences in how this car is handled on track, and also in the feel you have inside the car. So the car is not faster. In fact, the car is slower compared to the previous, to the currently available version of the car. But the physics are a lot better, guys. The car, you feel a lot more. The car is a lot more coherent with what this car was in real life, because this is not already the most recent version of the car in real life. The car is a lot better to drive, and I may be suspicious to talk about these cars from the T5 mod, because I definitely love this mod. The car brings you, it gives you confidence to drive this car, because you can put it wherever you want on track and enjoy the way this chassis works to perfection. It is so balanced. It is so trustworthy. It allows you to be really fast, and although the car has generous dimensions, you can handle it really well, both on a fast track such as Suzuka that mixes fast to mid and slow sections, but you can also drive this car to perfection in a slower track, in a more compact track, such as, for instance, Nürburgring or the Indy version of Brands Hatch. So this car is fabulous to drive, and it is going to be now, and you will be able to see that when this version, this V2 version of the mod is released in an update. But the car is a lot better to drive than it was before. So United Racing Design has been learning with the development of their work, have been learning also with the opinion provided by so many people using this content. Some of those people, sim racers, good, average, you name it. Some of those people, real drivers that also enjoy sim racing and also use sim racing as a tool, both for training, learning, fun. So United Racing Design is really going a step further in terms of developing their skills, and the community is really going to be able to enjoy that, because these guys are really working in a good, they are really going on a good path, good direction, and their present and future releases will be the proof of that, and you guys will enjoy those releases more than you ever did. And with the new stuff arriving also to the sim, this is going to be close to perfect, guys. Yeah, this is how it's going to be. So amazing content. This new version soon to be released of the T5 mod, and also a good basis to analyze what's coming next, which is our continuation of the review on the JT5 mod. So this car is more or less 5 seconds slower. You cannot be surprised with that. This car, you notice this for sure while watching this onboard footage. This car is at least 20 kilometers slower than the JT5 mod, but this car is so balanced in terms of the chassis that he almost manages to recover from that gap in terms of top speed. So back to our initial car, the basis for this review, the Shiro from the JT5 2016 mod. This is already version 1.0 of this work in progress, so we are on the final countdown for the public release of this mod that you guys will have to buy from United Racing Design. We do not yet have a notion of what will be the price for this content. One thing we can tell you for sure, it will be cheap for the amount of quality stuff you guys are buying. You will be buying all of the content, we believe, although it will be as usual when it comes to the work from United Racing Design, it will be made available separately, because these guys work in a content at a time. So now some people may say, oh, we already bought some stuff from United Racing Design and we still did not receive all of it. True. But what we can say for sure is that when you receive something, you receive something really good. So it's better to sometimes wait for the product to be well put, well placed in terms of everything it's included in it, in terms of the graphics, in terms of the sounds, and in terms of the physics. And this is what United Racing Design does. However, we do believe that they are getting organized so that the time frame between their releases, when you buy it and when you receive the whole package, is not as large as it has been. But we can tell you for sure that this is something you will want to buy, because this is, in our opinion, the best car ever to be released for rFactor 2. In fact, we love it so much that maybe this is the best car we ever drove in terms of sim racing. Yeah, because this car reacts to everything. This car is a really big challenge to drive, because this car does not allow you to make the slightest mistake. This car will not forgive you when you do that. This car reacts to each and every single tiny change you make in the setup. Yeah, this car is, in our opinion, the best simulation at the moment of a racing car. You can almost watch these onboard cameras and then watch a YouTube video of this car in real life, and you'll see how this car is smooth in terms of the gear shifting when compared with the real car, how this car reacts in terms of its dynamics when compared with the real car. You can find footage of this on YouTube at the real version of Matsusaka, which you all know is Suzuka. You can look for it and you will find it, and you will be able to see that what I'm telling to you is the truth. This car reacts to every single change you make in the setup. We made some changes in terms of, for instance, of the coast of the car, and we noticed immediately in some slow corners how the car reacts in terms of how swift it is. It is transmitting power from the input of your steering of the acceleration to the rear, and how the rear moves fast, exiting slow turns. But we made more changes in terms of the setup, and what we could realize is that this car reacts to everything you make. So you better be at least a little bit aware of on how to handle the setup, because otherwise you'll have trouble driving this car. It is really powerful, as you can see. It's big, but compared, for instance, with the other GT500 car we showed you, it is not that big. But it is agile, moving itself throughout the track, and you can really enjoy the driving and the power provided by this engine. Amazing sounds also, and amazing top speed, also very good braking ability, and the way the chassis moves, although sometimes we exaggerated a little bit, as you saw there, we went a little bit wide, but look how it's responsive when you brake and try to put the front into the right apex to then take advantage of the acceleration this car provides. So this is, in our opinion, and probably we won't be receiving any new update on this until it's released for the audience, this is, in our opinion, honestly, the best car we ever drove on rFactor 2. Probably the best car we ever drove in terms of virtual simulation. So United Racing Design has to be congratulated, in our opinion, because they are providing us probably with their best ever mod, and one of the best mods ever to to be released. One of those that makes us buy sims, that makes us enjoy sim racing. Enjoy this final lap of this video. We hope you enjoyed what we brought to you in this video, and we truly hope you get to buy this content once it is available, because it's damn worth it, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.